Thanks, Speaker. I was asked this week by the Land's Eliza Spencer about the priorities for this parliamentary year. And I suppose it started me thinking about some of the things which we are going to be delivering over this current year, but also some of the real challenges which the Monaro faces at the moment. And I wanted to start with one of those particular challenges, the issue of feral pest species in our region, both flora and fauna. We have an amazingly difficult problem in our region with weeds and with feral pest species. Weeds in particular, African lovegrass, is causing huge problems with productivity and also fire hazards across the Monaro, and it's something which has continued to expand over many years. Indeed, unfortunately, African lovegrass was used in some areas by people thinking it was actually a good ground cover or good for roadsides at one stage. But it is something which is a huge challenge, and I'll continue to work this year with the community-based committee who's been trying to work through some of the barriers to addressing African lovegrass properly in our region, and particularly the barriers through conflicting requirements, environmental and legislative. The other big area that we're seeing continue to grow as a problem area is vertebrate pests, and deer and pigs in our area, our region, are a crucial problem. Now, the deer problem is something which has really grown over the last decade or so, and I think one of the things which, in facing this problem, which you can find rather annoying if you're in my position, is to find National Party politicians who pretend that these problems have just emerged since we came to government in 2023, and who then go on to make false statements like, oh, the government's cut funding for this. Untrue statements which continue to just highlight the fact that this is a problem which actually developed while the Nationals were in government. Deer in particular. I have got a long memory, and I know that when I was voted out as member for Monaro in 2011, we had some deer problems, but they were fairly confined down around the Bombala area, where unfortunately somebody released deer after they had them on their property. And they've since expanded right through to the stage where we're now seeing them quite close to Queanbeyan. In fact, I was riding my bicycle along Burra Road a couple of weeks ago, and there was a deer carcass on the road. Now, that is close enough to Queanbeyan for me to be riding my bike along it. So this is a problem which is expanding into our area. It's a problem which the Nationals completely failed to address when they were in government. The same with pigs. The pigs are running rampant in our area. Again, I've seen 6 pigs trotting across the road in front of me as I drive along near the Durangle area without a care in the world. And farmers and landholders are doing their best to control these feral pests. The National Parks is doing aerial shooting. The LLS is doing aerial shooting. It needs farmers and landholders to come on board to make sure they can do that. And it needs the resources to do it. And I'm pleased that contrary to the comments that the Nationals make about these things, we actually have the biggest biosecurity budget in New South Wales history at the moment, and our deer and feral pest programs are up around 10% from the year that we came into government. So it is a problem which we are seeking to address, but it is a huge problem that was allowed to explode when the members opposite, particularly the Nationals, simply ignored these sort of problems in Monaro. The rest of this year, some of the other things this year will also go to fixing problems left to us by the Nationals. We've just about finished, it's running slightly late, the new roadworks at Jindabyne High School. I recognise that that has been a source of frustration for the community, and it should have been done when the school was built. But no, apparently it waited for me to get a phone call from the PNC saying, oh, did you know we can't open the school because no one allocated the funds for the road? So we allocated $44 million, and that project has opened both sides of the road today. It's caused a lot of frustration for people, I acknowledge that, but at least it's happening now and is nearly complete. This year we'll also see the bulk of the work built on the new Bungendore High School, a project completely stuffed by the previous government, which is costing the taxpayers tens of millions of dollars more because of the stuff-ups of the previous government. And we'll also see the work largely complete on the Googong High School, one that the Coalition again failed to promise, and the second stage of Jerrabomberra High School, again a failed promise from failure to promise that one from the previous Coalition government. So it'll be a year of achievement for this government, and a year of continuing to fix the mess left by the Nationals in Monaro.
I'll call them in for Wagga Wagga.